You might remember on Friday, I told you about this meteor that crashed in the Pacific Ocean back in 2014, and they just confirmed, last week, basically 7 years later, that it was in fact a meteor. Well, remember Avi Loeb? Avi Loeb is a Harvard professor, an astrophysicist, a top scientist, one of the top scientists in the world. He's been a guest on this show, of course, and he was the one that claimed that the Oumuamua comet or meteor, I don't remember which one it is, that was potentially alien technology. And Dr. Sky is coming on this show Thursday morning, and I'm going to ask him about this. Listen to this. A top scientist, this is from the Sun, a top scientist is plotting to find what he believes is alien technology lying at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. Controversial astrophysicist Avi Loeb believes an interstellar object that crash landed on Earth in 2014 was some sort of a spacecraft. A U.S. Space Command report released last week confirmed what I just told you, that the object was from another star system. The agency concluded that the projectile, which streaked across the sky off the coast of Manus Island in Papua New Guinea, was a meteor. Professor Loeb, however, is having none of it. He claimed on Wednesday that the object could have been built by extraterrestrials. And again, this is not some toothless meth addict that is the product whose parents are cousins. This is a Harvard astronomer. Quote, is what he wrote in an essay. Our discovery of an interstellar meteor heralds a new research frontier. The fundamental question is whether any interstellar meteor might indicate a composition that is unambiguously artificial in origin. Better still, perhaps some technological components would survive the impact. Now, Professor Loeb has spent, and maybe we'll try and get him back on this show because he was great when he was on the show. Professor Loeb has spent decades studying astronomy and more recently has trained his sights on the possibility that life exists beyond Earth. His bold claims frequently make headlines, and he's faced a lot of criticism, including from some of you. And more recently, he's trained his sights on the possibility that life exists beyond Earth. So working with a student at Harvard, Professor Loeb was actually the astronomer who identified the object as interstellar a few years ago. The pair wrote a paper, but they were instructed not to publish it because they used classified government data for their research. After the U.S. Space Command confirmed their hunch on April 7th, Loeb is now calling for an expedition to find whatever's left of that object. I would say we should. Wouldn't you? In his essay, he noted that a retrieval expedition could be achieved using scooping magnets to explore the 10-square-kilometer region of the Pacific Ocean where the object is thought to have landed. My dream is to press some buttons on a functional piece of equipment that was manufactured outside of Earth. You're not the only one.